What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm back today to give you guys a review of the Nike Dunk Low Retro from the Gone Fishing Pack in this Rainbow Trout colorway. So this is part of Nike's Gone Fishing Pack, which consists of 2 pairs of the Nike Dunk Low. This one is inspired by Rainbow Trout, which is the most widely stocked and distributed type of trout in Oregon. So these released back on June 16th for a price of $110 US or $145 here in Canada. And the official colorway for this shoe is Sequoia, Alabaster, Safety Orange, and Green. So jumping right into it, so this is your classic Dunk Low silhouette. However, the material choices that they use on the shoe were pretty interesting and unique. So starting things off with the toe box, instead of a traditional suede or leather, here we have this ripstop nylon, which has this pattern to it reminiscent of a rainbow trout. And then surrounding the front toe cap, we have this long-haired suede, which is done in a grayish-greenish tone, similar to a moss-like color. So this same suede covers the eye stays of the shoe, and then beneath us on the quarter panel, we have more of that same ripstop nylon that we saw on the toe box. And then overlaid on top of this, we have a Nike swoosh, which is constructed out of an iridescent leather and has a scaly pattern to it, which is a nod to fish scales. And one additional thing that they did is on the lateral swoosh, they added this extra touch at the very tip of the swoosh, which is supposed to represent a fishing hook. Moving downwards, the side flaps or wings of the shoe, we have more of that same greenish gray suede, and this wraps around the entire bottom of the heel. And then next to this, we have this greenish gray ripstop, and then on the heel of the shoe, we have this shaggy, long-haired pink suede on the middle, along with a shaggy orange suede on the very top, and we have Nike branding embroidered across in orange. As far as the laces go, so these only come with one lace option, and they're a waxed flat style lace in black. Underneath this, the tongue is constructed out of ripstop as well, but this time it's done in this vibrant orange color, which really pops compared to the rest of the shoe. And then on the top, we have this woven tag with this fish logo, along with Nike Beaverton 9072 branding. The interior of the shoe is lightly padded, and it's covered in a black colored mesh. And then as far as the insoles go, these come with your typical foam lined insole, nothing really special here. However, it's lined in this pink colored textile on top, and once again we have that same fish that we saw on the tongue. This is pressed onto the heel as well. So the upper of these dunks sits atop a solid rubber cup sole, which is done in the sail or cream color. We have this contrasting orange stitching, which wraps around the entire upper portion of the midsole, and then turning this pair over to the bottom, the outsole is done in the same exact way as the midsole. So this is also done in this off-white colored rubber, and we still have that same circular pivot point on the forefoot, along with the Nike branding in the middle, just like any other Nike dunk would look like. So that breaks down the look and the construction of these dunks, and for those wondering about sizing, my foot measures as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, and I usually wear a size 10 in Nike sportswear dunks. So I got these in a size 10, and I feel like they fit me well in a snug one-to-one way. So I feel like if you have a narrow or normal width foot, true to size should be perfectly fine for you. But if you have a wider foot, keep in mind for this specific colorway, I felt like it ran a little bit snug, but not snug enough that I personally would want to go up a half size. But if you have a really wide foot, you might want to consider going up a half size. Unless you really like that snug one-to-one exact fit, then just stick with your normal dunk size. Moving on to the comfort, so these feel pretty much like any other dunk. It's not the softest or most cushioned shoe underfoot. Honestly, dunks feel pretty stiff and firm, and you feel pretty flat to the ground. So if you're expecting something very plush and very soft, this is probably not going to be the type of shoe for you. But if you've worn a Nike Dunk before, or for that matter, any retro type basketball shoe from the 80s, then you probably know exactly how dunks feel. So for casual, everyday use, this shoe is going to be perfectly fine. Just don't go into buying this thinking that it's going to be an extremely comfortable sneaker. Finally, in terms of the overall quality and the craftsmanship on this shoe, so first off, material quality, I thought it was pretty decent. I do appreciate the variety of the materials used on this shoe, but I have to say the suede that they utilized, it wasn't the best suede I've seen on a Nike release, but for a mass-produced Nike sportswear dunk, I'd say that it's definitely above average. And from a quality and craftsmanship standpoint, I thought my pair was pretty solid and well put together. I didn't notice any significant flaws. I thought the stitch job was good, there wasn't really too many glue stains, and the panels were cut and placed on consistently, so my left foot and the right foot matched up pretty well. So I'd say for the price point you're paying, you get solid materials and pretty good craftsmanship all in all. So with all that out of the way now, let's toss these on feet. I'll lace them up and I'll show you guys how these look. Of the two pairs of dunks from this Gone Fishing pack, I think this one is obviously much more themed, and this really reminds me much more of a fish compared to the Chinook salmon colorway. So that comes down to your personal preference whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. I think that other colorway is obviously a lot more wearable. This one is much more vibrant, and it looks much more unique as well. But of course, it's not going to be the easiest shoe to pull off. I think this is a shoe that you really have to pair up carefully with your outfit because it could clash with a lot of different looks. But if fish or fishing is really your thing and you wanted a shoe that really exudes that theme, then I think this was definitely the right pick. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about this Rainbow Trout Nike Dunk Low? What are your overall thoughts on the execution and the colorway for this shoe? And for anyone watching, did you guys also pick up a pair of these? Did you pass and pick up the other colorway, or pass on them all together? If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8, follow my Twitter account at sean.go, and visit my website at seango.ca. So until next time, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoy this review, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.